All right, so this is a shopper helper at the food center. So glad you're interested in this. So this is how it works, the whole process from start to finish. As soon as you come into the door, you as the shopper helper are gonna be met by the receptionist right here. But your main thing you're looking for is this black tray right here. If there's a colorful menu with a Post-it note on it, that means that there's a client waiting to go shop to the other side. So you as the shopper helper, not helper, have the responsibility of getting the menu and letting the client know they're ready to shop. So in this case, I'm the shopper helper. I see Josh right here is the first one up. It starts from most urgent to least urgent. So the top one, right here, it says Josh. You're gonna see two shopping lists. That's one for the client and one for you as the volunteer. So what I would say next, as the waiting room's right here, I would say I have Josh. Josh would come right here, take the Post-it note off, throw it away, give Josh a shopping list, myself a shopping list, then you're escorting your client over to the other side. So as you're doing this, having conversation, hey, how's it going? And then from there, we have a shopping cart right here. And so Josh as the client would push the cart, and you as the shopper helper are just walking in front of whoever you're walking around with. So from there, you'd open the door. Thanks, Mason. You'd come through here. And then from that point, they would immediately be met by the food center front desk worker. And so from there, the front desk worker is gonna let both you and your client know that you need to put on some gloves. So that's what we do right now. We both probably need some XLs. So we put on the gloves each. And this is a time, if it's a new client that you have, explaining the process to them. If it's a returning client, it's time to hang out, have conversation. For right now with masks, our requirements are that if your client's wearing a mask, then you need to wear a mask as well. If they're not wearing a mask, do not feel a need to wear a mask. So after you both get your gloves on, the main thing is you'll start. So your client will always push the cart and you're just walking in front. And so the first station you're gonna go to is this freezer right here. But you wanna make sure that the client and the volunteer both have a shopping list. This is really just to, allow to where, you're not telling the client, what's on the menu, more like you're just being a guide. And so as the client is walking through, you're just making sure that they're getting the right things. A lot of times you'll be met maybe with someone wanting to get a couple extras, and your response is always just, I'm so sorry, but the list only says one item. And so this is what a normal list looks like. And so as you can see, the beans right here, it says one item with a brown color. And as you come to the beans right here, it'll have the same color and in the same order as your shopping list. And so as you're walking around, there's this English and also a Spanish translation right here for any clients who might be bilingual or might just speak Spanish. And so that's the main goal, is really as a shopper helper, you want to be a relational presence, always being a friend, walking around, getting to know the person you're walking with, but also you're a source of accountability. And so if someone's getting more or someone might get less, you're the person that can say, hey, we can only get this, or hey, you can actually get this. And so from there, as you're walking in front, your client will go and immediately get something from this item. And so your main job as the shopper helper is really not to open the door, get the food. Your job is just to be here, just be a presence. It'll say, two items. And so shopper will get two items. And then from there, really the process is you're walking with your client. And so, we'll come to this freezer, we'll go around, all the way around, and come back to the front desk. And so your main thing is, just as I said, just being a guide, but also guiding them through the whole process of coming around. And so after you're done, after your client has walked all the way around, has gotten to the end, has bagged their food, your job also is to assist in bagging. Okay, so after you've walked all the way around as a shopper helper with your client, you'll get to the end at the front desk. And here you'll be met with the front desk worker and the bagger. And they'll help you honestly take everything that's food wise. Your main job is just to bring the food up on the table for them to bag. And so as that's happening, you're just conversating, being friendly, being a relational presence. And then after that all the food has been bagged, the bags have been put in the cart, then the runner will take your client and their food and take it out to their car. You don't have to walk out with your client. So from there, your job is done. The runner has taken the client out, and your main job then is to go back, and these two menus right here, you want to take them back to the intake workers at the back two desks, and then you're ready to receive another client. And so that process will keep going until the end of the shift, and that should be all for a shopper helper. Thank you.